Are you thinking about to maximize export opportunities in Africa under the AfCFTA? Are you looking for where to get a detailed export market information for almost all African countries? Are you looking for the item of import in different African countries and the value of imports done by different countries? Then visit the African Trade Intelligence Platform via the globaltradetutor.com. You can have access to all this information every month for just $20 only. For more information, call this number or send an email to the email address below. Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you thought of taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Pivot to Go Global. A scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To pre-order a 53% discount, call 080-912-44449. Are you an account officer, relationship manager, or marketing in a bank? Are you struggling to meet your income and deposit targets? Are you on the verge of losing your job without performance? You desire a change for the better in your career? Then register for the Certified Global Trade Management Profession from the American Institute of Extended Studies to acquire skills needed to solve import-export trade customers' problems and consequently attract the deposit and income transaction to your bank. Registration is currently ongoing. Call this number to register today. Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you thought of taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? You know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner. To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Pivot to Go Global. A scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To order, call 080-912-44449.
Are you a retiree? Are you an employee looking forward to retirement? Are you an agro-processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria? Do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad? Then I have great news for you. Great Impact Trade Academy, in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies, brings to you from export novice to export legend. This is an export mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today.
Are you thinking about to maximize export opportunities in Africa under the AfCFTA? Are you looking for where to get a detailed export market information for almost all African countries? Are you looking for the item of import in different African countries and the value of imports done by different countries? Then visit the African Trade Intelligence Platform via the globaltradetutor.com. You can have access to all this information every month for just $20 only. For more information, call this number or send an email to the email address below.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining today. It's exciting to come to the last episode of this program. Last episode of this program. Having done this for how many weeks now? 38 weeks. 38 weeks. It's been an interesting episode altogether. If you are here to get the book Built to Go Global, try to get your copy. It's a book that basically shows you why export businesses fail and what you need to do to make yours not to be part of that statistics. If you're also looking for all the previous episodes of the program, from Abia to Zamfara State, you might also want to visit our YouTube channel, Voice of African Trade. Voice of African Trade. Subscribe, like, share, and remember to click on notification bell. If you also want to be getting the link to this program every week, you can also visit our Telegram channel. The Telegram channel is African Export Business Platform. African Export Business Platform. That's our Telegram channel. African Export Business Platform. Now, African Export Business Platform is a Telegram group that enables us to be able to make all this information available to you as frequently, every week. So by being a member of the platform, you will be able to get the link every week because the link will usually be dropped on this platform every week. So we've gone through the whole of the states in Nigeria. Now we have information on all the states, and I mean the 36 states in Nigeria, from Abia to Adamawa to Akwa Ibom to Anambra State to Bauchi, Bayelsa, Benue, Borno, Cross River, Delta, Ebonyi State, Edo, Ekiti, Enugu, Gombe, Imo, Jigawa, and Kaduna. Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Kogi, Kwara, Lagos, Nasarawa, Niger, Ogun, Ondo, Oyo, Osun, Plateau, Rivers, Sokoto, Taraba, Yobe, and Zamfara State. So anyone looking for opportunities or listen to learn about any of these states now have the opportunity to be able to learn. All they need to learn about the state, and I mean different states in Nigeria. So as we round off today, we still go through the usual processes, but this time around, my focus is mainly on just summarizing all that we've learned, how important those informations are, what we need to begin to do going forward in order to ensure that Nigerian state take advantage of the opportunities that it has within its area. Remember, why must we export or support exporters? To avoid overdepending on federal allocation, to boost the GDP of the state, to create opportunity for SME to grow, to decrease dependence on domestic market, to earn export proceeds and grow revenue of the state, farming and rural life become more lucrative, helping to gain global market share and recognition, Export make the state to be home of creativity and innovation, is an industrialization catalyst. Job creation opportunity help the state to know what they have as competitive advantage, help to lead the way for other states to follow. It can make the state to be independent of the federal government, and there are numerous incentives for exporters in the state. Opportunity to maximize the indigenous of the state, poverty eradication in the state. It helps the state to quit the leaks of wasting of state depending on wasting assets like oil. Also revive the economy of the state, slow down rural and urban migration. Tax-free opportunities for exporters in the state, utilization of idle capacity of companies in the state, viability of the state are boosted, where creation for the state, extract potential fund in the state, yearn for more improvement because of competition, and zero in on the area of strength. Zero in on the area of strength in the state. What do you see in Nigeria today? Charles is asking, please teach us how to source a potential buyer. I'll be starting a new series next week, and the series will be leveraging on technology to gain market access. Leveraging on technology to gain market access. So Charles, I'm sure that will answer your question, that will help you. It's going to be about 2 months series. So I hope you'll be available throughout so you can be able to get all the information you need as you look for opportunity to be able to get buyers. So we'll be focusing on that from next week. We'll be focusing on that from next week. What do you see in Nigeria today? There are so many things people see in Nigeria, and that also informs what we believe is possible in Nigeria. What we believe is possible in Nigeria. Can you see? People choose to see unemployment in Nigeria. And like I say every week, I'm not disputing the fact that there's unemployment in Nigeria. I'm only saying, can we begin to look for opportunities available in Nigeria? Can we begin to look for opportunities available in Nigeria? Some talk about poverty in Nigeria. Some focus on frustration. But I choose to focus on opportunities in farming, opportunities in mining, and opportunities in our population. COVID have engulfed our world. COVID have redefined the way a lot of things are done in Nigeria. And it's important we understand and recognize this so that it guides whatever we do going forward. COVID made oil price to go below zero. April 20, 2020, oil price, as reported by Bloomberg, went below zero. Went below zero. That's an instructive information painting for Nigeria the picture of the future of oil. You can call that a foretaste of what you expect to see in the future of oil. Why did the oil price go down? Demand went very low. You see all those red dots that you can see on the screen? At that same time, 2020, those vessels could not bet because everybody, almost every part of the world, was on lockdown. It's also important for me to emphasize the program of CBN here at growing export. CBN has paid over $80 billion. I was talking to a banker this week, and he said, Dele, he has a customer that is a foreigner who has gotten ₦1 billion grant dash free from this CBN RT200FS program because it brought in a lot of forex into the country. CBN also reward for supporting his effort. RT200FX raised towards generating $200 billion in foreign exchange repatriation in 3 to 5 years. What's the policy about? Generation of foreign exchange. Who is it meant for? Exporters. Why is it necessary? To generate foreign exchange, to boost our foreign reserve. When is the policy taking effect? It already started, second quarter 2022. In which sector? Export subsector. Where in that subsector? Agri. How will Leicester benefit? By exporting value-added goods. This program has 5 anchors. Value-adding export facility. To be able to support with loan, long-term loan, with moratorium, a single digit, those that want to bring in machinery to produce in Nigeria. Non-export commodity expansion facility. This is support not just those that want to bring in machinery, but also those that want to increase and expand the production of cashew, of cocoa, of the tree crops, so to have enough raw materials for processing. To have enough raw materials for processing. Number 3, non-FS rebate scheme. That is the dash that CBN is giving. Before the end of this month, it's expected that CBN will also pay again the next rebate to all those that have exported and repatriated the export process. Non-oil FS rebate scheme, dedicated non-oil export terminal, biannual non-oil export summit. All these are the program that CBN has put in place to expand. The only challenge in this program is that CBN is focusing on the existing exporter. It's not looking at how to bring in new people into the net. It's not looking at how to develop capacity of businesses who can equally export, but need capacity building. They have fund, they have the product, they need support. I can't see all that in the program of CBN. So CBN focusing on current exporter and see how to increase their capacity. But I'm not sure that alone will be enough to achieve this objective. What is the implication of this CBN program? Implication is that exporter of commodity need to consider forward integration in order to benefit from value-adding export facility. Agro-processor need to partner with farmers as off-takers to help them access the non-oil commodity expansion facility. Internal and existing exporter need to begin to consider value addition in order to access value-adding export facility. Internal and existing exporter need to get foreign partners in a build, operate, and transfer arrangement to access the value-adding export facility in order to build agro-processing plants in Nigeria. The non-oil export, non-oil FL rebate scheme provide opportunity for intending an existing exporter to generate additional income. The value-adding export facility provide the opportunity for private business, NGO, state government to build share facility, for SME to process and packaged agro commodities. Look at the word of CBN governor last year, February. I said to them at the meeting that the era is coming to an end when customers have a demand for $200 million and you move all your requests to the CBN. Before or about latest, the end of this year, we will tell them, don't come to central bank for foreign exchange again. Go and generate your export proceed, fund people who want to generate export proceed, and when they come in, you can sell to your customer that want $200 million. Maybe when we see the record of export proceed you have generated, we will give you 10% of it. So you must go and join the race to build your foreign exchange from your export customer to fund your import customer, he said. What is the implication of this for importer? In this year, 2023, exporter need to work harder to get foreign exchange. Number two, this means there might be an initial increase in parallel market rate. This will mean that many importers' products might not be competitive. This means most importers will lose market share, while few will gain market share. Those that will lose market share are those that do nothing. Those that will gain market share are those that do something and to generate their foreign exchange themselves. This is a wake-up call for all importers to become exporters of their own manufactured goods or other commodities. Importers need to form an alliance with the exporter in different funding arrangements in order to source for foreign exchange. We'll go on a short break. When we return, we'll be talking about the potential of Nigerian state.
Are you a retiree? Are you an employee looking forward to retirement? Are you an agro-processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria? Do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad? Then I have great news for you. Pretty Impex Trade Academy, in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies, brings to you from export novice to export legend. This is an export mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today.
All right. So let's look at the potential. Remember, we're looking at summary, potential of export in Nigeria. Nigeria is the largest producer of cassava. Thailand is the largest exporter of cassava products. Nigeria is the largest producer of yam. Ghana is the largest exporter of yam. Maize, 14th. Rice, number 12. Palm oil, 4th. Vegetable, 4th. Sorghum, 2nd. Tomato, 11th. Peanut, 4th. Pineapple, 8th. Millet, 5th. Mango, 11th. Pawpaw, 6th. Soybean, 14th. Ginger, 3rd. Cocoa, 4th. Rubber, 13th. Cashew, 12th. Is this not interesting that Nigeria have all this? But guess what? Nigerian state is not doing much about it. The goal of this program and the reason why we've gone from state to state in the last 38 weeks is to tell everybody that care to listen that Nigeria has what it takes to be independent. Each of the states in Nigeria has what it takes to be independent of the federal government. No state in Nigeria is said to be non-viable. No state is said to be non-viable. even though some are said to be non-viable, but the truth is that they are viable, only that the manager of those states are not doing what is expected of them in terms of generation of revenue. And when I look at all the presidential candidates right now, I'm not hearing anything around trade policy that will be able to help Nigeria to grow its trade. I'm not hearing anything around that. I'm hoping that I'll be able to attend any of the town hall loading in Lagos very soon. I hope I'll be able to ask that question. Sincerely, I'm not hearing what I am hoping to hear from most of for all the presidential candidates in terms of what they would do to generate income using trade. I'm not hearing it from them. They're just saying, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. How will you do it? So we can hold it to account. I can't say that. Even in the manifesto. We are in January going to February. So currently, Nigeria is harvesting and exporting ginger, sesame, hibiscus, gum arabic, cashew nut, rubber, and coffee. Other products that Nigeria export or produce and expand their season, can see share nut in the middle of the year, the same for groundnut and garlic, and the mid crop for cocoa. At the end of the year, last quarter of the year, from coffee to rubber to cocoa to soya beans to yam to gum arabic to hibiscus to sesame seed, and of course, dry split ginger. In terms of minerals, almost every state in Nigeria has a mineral that can be either used locally or for export. But these are things we've not taken seriously. Let me show you some products. The different states in Nigeria, we've gone through all the states. Just reminding you, soya beans, for example, $58 billion market. Nigeria is nowhere in this market. We're not even scratching the surface. Only few export of soya beans. Wheat, very few, for a $2.6 billion. Palm oil, very few, but the market size, $33.2 billion. Most of the states in South, Southeast, and even Southwest, they have strength in palm oil. Ondo State have Okitipupa, so much strength in palm oil. Coffee, $30.4 billion. A number of states in the north produce this already. Corn, many states in Nigeria produce corn, $30.2 billion. And our suggestion has been, can the Nigerian state take up, even if it's 1%, even if it's 0.5% of this market, that will mean a lot in terms of income generation for the state. Frozen shrimp, $19 billion market. Banana, 37. Orange is actually about $10 billion market. We are focused on cashew. Can you see cashew? 6.84. See sesame? 2.2. See cocoa? 9.35. See ginger? Less than 1 billion. These are what we concentrated on. But look at what where the opportunities are that we are supposed to be looking at. In 2020, Nigeria exported $42.4 billion. We went from 62 to 42 because COVID, and a major contributor being crude oil or crude petroleum. Let's break it down a little. Can you see? Scrap vessel, purposeful ship, cocoa, raw tobacco, oily seed, gold, natural fertilizer, wood, crane, crustacean. When you look at the market side of some of these products and what Nigeria is doing, it's so small, and I will show you very soon. So we have majority of export is done on scrap ship, scrap vessel, ship, scrap helicopter, scrap plane, as in scrap. Then cocoa beans. Can you see cocoa beans, tobacco, soya beans, cocoa butter, soup broth, starch residue, cocoa paste, $827 million. Nigeria total export. From oily seed to coconut, to Brazil nut, to cashew nut, to perfume plant, to spices, to dry nut, to coconut, locust beans, soya beans, dry legume, $801 million. Still the same year, raw aluminum, raw lead, raw copper, scrap copper, refined copper, scrap aluminum, aluminum can, scrap iron, scrap lead, other zinc products, $389 million. Gold, precious metals, precious stone, $266 million. Fertilizer, pesticide, soap, cleaning product, dental product, industrial fatty acid, $199 million. Township eye, tan eye, gold, goat eye, tan, equine, and bovine eye, that's cow skin, camel leather, $118 million. Wood charcoal, rough wood, sun wood, $91.9 million. Concentrated milk, raw bone, pharmaceuticals, fish fillet, fermented milk, $65.9 million. Unprocessed synthetic staple fiber, raw cotton, non-retail pure cotton yarn, knit t-shirt, used clothing, cotton waste, packaging bag, $30.9 million. Other pure vegetable oil, groundnut oil, palm oil, stearic acid, coconut oil, $20.1 million. Fake air. You know what fake air is? Fake air is the air that lady wear, the air extension. Rubber, footwear, textile footwear, processed air, $20 million. Painting, sculptures, antiques, $11.5 million. Tissue paper, toilet paper, brochure, newspaper, cigarette, shape paper, uncoated paper, other printed material, $5.99 million. Now, why do I have to go through all that? To give you an idea of array of products that Nigeria currently exports. Just basically saying that we're already exporting so many products. The challenge has been scaling them, growing them. Without it 200, let's hope that something will be done about this. But I think the state needs to really come in, step in, to be able to ensure through export, they increase the revenue of their state. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll look at performance.
Are you a retiree? Are you an employee looking forward to retirement? Are you an agro processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria? Do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad? Then I have great news for you. Great Impact Trade Academy, in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies, brings to you from export novice to export legend. This is an export mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today.
Performance. So, like I show you, Nigerian export declined in 2020, but regained in 2021. If you look at import, just a slight decline in import because Nigeria is so import dependent, such that COVID reduced our productivity, but not reduce our consumption. Top export destination India, Spain, France, Netherlands, Canada, US, China, Indonesia, Portugal, and Italy. What are the major items of export? We've seen them already. Major agro, cocoa, sesame, cashew, coconut, cashew nut, frozen shrimp, ginger, Brazil nuts, and the like. Now, I want you to look at this. This is what is really of interest to me today. I want to look at the total market size of even the crude oil that Nigeria is doing. Out of the $640 billion market in 2020, Nigeria only grabbed 4.68%. So you see that even in the crude, we're not doing enough. Even though we are doing more than another African country, but we're not doing enough. We can do much more than this. UAE is a smaller country, but it's doing 6.57. Saudi Arabia, 15%. United States, 8%. The total export of cocoa beans in 2020 was 8.54 billion. Majority of the export is from Africa, of course, West Africa in particular. What is Nigerian contribution? 5.7. So if you look at it critically, the one we are doing, we still need to step up our game. People will tell you that majority of the cocoa and the cashew that we're exporting, particularly in Southwest, were the one that Awolowo planted. The trees are becoming old. Initiative to plant new ones are just coming up. So we really have not done much in expanding that scope. 5.73% of the market. So you see the performance of Nigeria, cocoa butter, market size, 5.8 billion. What's our contribution? What's the question of Nigeria? 0.88%. Now, even up to 1. Now, this is instructive, and this is to let us know the reason why we must inevitably add value. So Nigeria is not doing a lot in terms of value addition. Look at cashew nut. Total market size of cashew nut, 6.8 billion. What is Nigerian contribution? 3.13%. 3.13%. 3.13%. This is Nigerian contribution of export of cashew nut. Spices, where we have ginger. Market size, 3.61. Nigerian contribution, 1.7%. Concentrated milk. Market size, 21.3 billion. You know, I always say that the issue of export in Nigeria is a good problem that we should find solution to and make a lot of money from it. It's a problem, but a problem that if we find solution to, is going to help us generate more income. Because we can have a lot of milk from this cattle in an efficient manner. But look at the market size. Nigeria is doing 0.04%, not even up to 0.5. Palm oil. And the ability to put palm oil. I know we're not doing so much in palm oil. You will hear, I'm sure some of us probably have heard of the story of Indonesia, how Indonesia came to Nigeria to actually take seedling of palm oil, palm kernel, in Ondo State, in Edo State. I remember the last month when I was in Edo State last year for a program, the people told me the same story. About the fact that if from Edo they took that seedling. Today, Malaysia, 1/3. Malaysia made more than $10 billion from palm oil. From palm oil. There's no reason why you should not know that something is wrong with Nigeria, that we're just not serious in solving our problem. And there's so much power and forces against the country to ensure that we're not able to do what we need to do. It's election time. It's an opportunity for us to take a decision to choose the right leader to be able to ensure that we do not find ourselves in this situation again. Malaysia, largest exporter, sorry, Indonesia and Malaysia, 74% of palm oil export in the world from Indonesia and Malaysia. How about gold? Nigeria has gold from Zamfara State to Osun State. There's so much gold in Nigeria. What is Nigeria contributing to the gold market? Look at the gold market, 422 billion. Nigeria contribution, 0.05%. We are not even on the radar at all. We are not even on the radar at all. 0.05%. Lead ore. Market size, 6.23 billion. What's Nigerian contribution? What is Nigerian contribution? 0.42%. Zinc ore. What's Nigerian contribution? $7.93 billion market. Contribution on Nigeria, 0.4%. So both in agri and in solid minerals, we are nowhere to be found. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, we discuss the problem.
You are retiring. Are you an employee looking forward to retirement? Are you an agro-processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria? Do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad? Then I have great news for you. Greeting Impex Trade Academy, in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies, brings to you from export novice to export legend. This is an export mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today.
All right. The problem. So what is the problem? There's a problem with product, quality testing lab, inflation, foreigners, logistics, paperwork, cumbersome to get, with discrepancy and delay, payment, default issue, delay, discrepancy in document and funding, people, lower product quality, legally illegal fees to clear the port, delay, demurrage, damages, packaging, extensive, low quality, expensive, low quality available, not SME friendly in terms of cost, profit, high cost, hindering profit, infrastructural deficit, hindering profit and failure to honor contract, processing, certification, power and funding, promotion, huge cost of market, international market, and purchase order, securing a favorable payment terms. I want to look at this. Sign of lack of export readiness. One of the major challenges of export is the challenge of readiness. And I'll be talking a lot about this in the next episode. We'll be ensuring that I really deal with the challenge of readiness. It's one of the major focus on next episode, so I won't talk so much about it here. But note that delays, constant delays, regular demurrage payment, discrepancy issues occurring frequently, defective goods, debt of knowledge, debt or losses, and dropping out are all signs that a business is not ready for the export market. My proposal, as usual, the exporter need to be ready. Like I said, I'll focus discussion on this in the next program, the next series that I'm starting in the month of February. In February, that's from next week's Thursday, I'll be talking about leveraging ICT for export market access. Leveraging ICT for export market access. I know there are a lot of people that have said my problem is getting buyer. Even though I have opined that that is not completely true, that the challenge for many is not really getting buyer. The challenge for many is not really getting buyer, it's being able to know exactly who I need to become to be able to get buyer. Sincerely, if you are ready, when I mean ready, if you are ready as a business, if you are ready as a business, it will be easy to get buyers. And I'll be talking about that from next week. Remember the challenge of SME, and that this problem can be solved if we remove SME from a very critical area in the value chain of agri. Production, harvesting can still be done by SMEs. Marketing, logistics, and export can still be done by SMEs. But you see primary processing and storage, secondary processing and storage, in order to be able to scale, to have large volume, in order to be able to ensure that issue of funding, quality, certification is taken out, we need a big, colossal organization that will be serving all the SMEs. If SME remain in this chain, we have inefficient value chain operator, low processing capacity and low output, few job creation, low quality and packaging, high cost of production, non-competitive product in the export market. Non-competitive product in the export market. But if we bring a big company to come into this space and render this service to SMEs, it's going to create demand. Because SME2 buy from SME1 and give it to large corporate to process for them, and they focus on marketing and sales for export. Efficient value chain operator, high processing capacity and high output, good quality and packaging, low cost of production, competitive product in the export market, increased job creation, decrease inequality, and of course, decrease insecurity. In order to support exporter in the state to export to different parts of the country, the world rather, the state government can partner with references at destination. So you can have overseas agent, for example, set up warehouse at destination, set up entity, agent and distributor at destination, partner with independent agent and distributor at destination, organize and sponsor manufacturers for exhibition in the export market. We'll go on a short break. When we return, we'll round off.
Are you thinking about to maximize export opportunities in Africa under the AfCFTA? Are you looking for where to get a detailed export market information for almost all African countries? Are you looking for the item of import in different African countries and the value of imports done by different countries? Then visit the African Trade Intelligence Platform via the globaltradetutor.com. You can have access to all this information every month for just $20 only. For more information, call this number or send an email to the email address below.
So how can the state profit? I've said this severally if you have followed this series, but in summary, the state set up an SPV, not the one that they are talking about in politics right now that is used to siphon money, but an SPV with, in conjunction with the private sector participator. The state should look for is product the state produce. That product that the state produce, the state should look for one of the largest exporters of that product in Nigeria, partner with that company, give them funding. This organization form farmers to cooperative. They give farmer guarantee to buy that commodity, train them, give them input, support them with necessary information they need to be able to produce what the state wants, provide collection center for the harvest, the SPV clean process the product for export, source for buyers, do documentation and shipment, present document to buyers back for payment, SPV pay farmer and share balance to the state, and state issue use the share for development. And I've said severally, the impact of this model in every state of the federation go beyond generation of revenue by export. It has humongous impact on employment generation, increased employment activities in the state. This, in my opinion, is a more effective, efficient, and enduring model for diversifying the economy of any state in Nigeria. This model can also be replicated by federal government at the federal level, especially after the explosion for the explosion of solid minerals. So we've come to the end of this program, having reviewed all the states in Nigeria and done the summary. We've had 39 episodes, 2 introduction and 1 summary or conclusion. Like I said, next week, we'll be looking at leveraging ICT for export market access. That should take us through the whole of February and the whole of March. And after that, we'll be going into another topic entirely. Remember, B2Go Global? This book basically helps you to be able to know why export business fail and prevent that from happening to your business. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Voice of African Trade. Like, share, drop your comment, and remember to click on the notification bell so you know when we post a new video. You can also get a link to this program every week by visiting Export Business Platform on Telegram.
You are retiring. As you're an employee looking forward to retirement, as you're an agro processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria, do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad? Then I have great news for you. Creating Impact Trade Academy, in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies, brings to you from export novice to export legend. This is an export mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today. You will retire.
Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn in dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you thought of taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making a product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Pivot to Go Global, a scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To pre-order at 53% discount, call 080-912-44449. Are you an account officer, relationship manager, or marketer in a bank? Are you struggling to meet your income and deposit targets? Are you on the verge of losing your job without performance? You desire a change for the better in your career? Then register for the Certified Global Trade Management Professionals from the American Institute of Extended Studies to acquire skills needed to solve import-export trade customers' problems and consequently attract the deposit and income of the transaction to your bank. Registration is currently ongoing. Call this number to register today. Are you thinking about to maximize export opportunities in Africa under the AfCFTA? Are you looking for where to get a detailed export market information for almost all African countries? Are you looking for the item of import in different African countries and the value of import done by different countries? Then visit the African Trade Intelligence Platform via the globaltradetutor.com. You can have access to all this information every month for just $20 only. For more information, call this number or send an email to the email address below.
All right. Thank you very much. See you next week and bye-bye.